Juwun. Flavor's fruitiest, juiciest, and manliest femboy VTuber, Juwun of the Sugar Bloom, at your service. Hello, Conjuan. Conjuan. Hello, Count 7. Hello, ℙ𝕒𝕗𝕗𝓏. Hello, Warlord. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid, Kara. Hello, Nimby. Hello, Flavor Sim. Hello, Random Perv. Oh, you're locked out to live chat? What happened there? What did you do this time? Hello, Foster Paddington. Hello, Chaha. And hello, Juwun. Hello. Conjuan. How's everyone doing? It's been a while. It's been a long while. Hope everyone's been doing good. Whoa, I forgot. That was just hanging out there. Wow, it's hot. How have you all been doing? I'm sorry. I've been gone for so long. Mixed, but things are getting interesting. How so? Yeah. Unfortunately, my situation hasn't really changed yet. I still can't make schedules. I still can't stream regularly, and I might have to end the stream abruptly too. So we'll chat and try to catch up on how you guys have been doing. But after this, it might be a while again before I can stream. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But I really appreciate you guys sticking with yours truly. Your lazy bum of a streamer who can't stream. How have you been? I think you and fun, Blackjack. Blackjack is the new thing of the day. Thing of the new flavor of the month. Flavor of the past couple months. Oh, Juwun, just to remind you, you said you'd accept a gift from me no matter what it is on my birthday. Oh, is it your birthday? Or did we pass your birthday? I don't remember saying that though. I don't remember saying that. I think if you wanted to gift me something, you gift it to yourself, because like I said, I've been a bad streamer. I've been a bad streamer and I haven't been streaming really, so I really don't think I deserve any gifts right now. In a week, so you'll get a throne message. Don't go too crazy. It should also be my anniversary soon. I think. I think it should be my third streaming anniversary. But I do not remember the exact date. I don't remember the exact date, so we can say that's what it's for. Maybe a punishment game for lack of stream. What kind of punishment game? I haven't actually looked for anything yet. I just wanted to remind him of that promise. Okay, just don't go too crazy. And if anyone's aware of the random perv situation, what happened to random perv? How did he get into trouble this time? Google apparently hates him and locked him to live chat. But wow, this is kind of nostalgic. It's kind of nostalgic for some reason. Even though it's only been like a couple, has it been 2 months? 2 months. But seeing all these names, Flavor Sim, that's something I haven't seen in a while. Hello. Hello again. This stream was either gonna be a Left 4 Dead stream or a Blackjack stream, and you know what? I decided, you know what? I need to stretch my yapping muscles a little bit more, because I haven't yapped in a while, so we need to do some more yapping. Get out of my sight real quick. Okay, there. I wasn't saying that to you. I was talking to the window. The window that was in the way. I haven't touched Left 4 Dead 2 in a while too, so I could use some sharpening. Nevertheless, we're going to Blackjack, and I'd like to yap a little bit about Blackjack too. Oh, Juwun, did you get your free Vermintide too? I didn't even know it was free. Is that the wait. Is that Warhammer? I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. That will embarrass me. So what kind of gift will embarrass me? I can say I have no shame at this point. Not really. I do have some degree of shame. But I've done a lot of shameful things in my life. But yeah, this whole Blackjack situation. I just saw Amanda, but I haven't been able to reply to them because I was busy getting ready. But Amanda is the resident Blackjack expert. Blackjack expert? Is that the right word? But I have been doing a little bit of the Blackjack. Hello, Flavr. Time for the gamba. I will not do it for the gambling. I have always been like super not into gambling. Like just the way I was raised, I was raised in a way that we were taught that, the casino is the devil's stronghold. The casino is the work of the devil, and the people who go to the casino are partying with the devil or something like that. So I was never a big fan of gambling, but I will admit, I have been a victim of the gotcha. And so I do understand like how what gamblers go through. And they're victims of the casino. So I could understand. There's a lot of psychology that goes into gotcha games, and I'm pretty sure the psychology for casinos is even worse. But I've spent a lot of money on gotcha games, and I can really see how people get caught up in the gambling. I have not been to the casino once. I have been to the casino several times, but I have only played blackjack in the casino that one time. This one time, or it must have been several weeks ago. I did post something about it on the Discord. Excuse me. Like several weeks ago, I think. But that was the only time I ever played blackjack in the casino. And that was a very interesting session. Any new gotchas you've tried? Not really. I don't play a lot of gotcha games now. I've only played 2. I won't say I've played 2. I've probably played more. But I've only spent money on 2 gotcha games. And I've thrown away Epic 7, and I'm just sticking to my FGO. And really, FGO is super nice. I can yap about FGO for a while too. Unfortunately, I didn't do the gaming on stream. But FGO story is so good, bro. I finished Olympus, and then I did Lost Belt 7. For those who don't know, Lost Belt 7 is the Avalon ℚ𝕗. It is the British Lost Belt, and that was so good. The British Lost Belt is so good. The story, bro. Fate Grand Order's graphics might be stuck in the 2010s. Only moving PNGs, not exactly live 2D or 3D or whatever. Just moving PNGs, but the story being told by these PNGs is really good. I don't really want to spoil Lost Belt 7, but there are so many twists and turns. There's so many surprising things. Really good. Then after that, I skipped the next one. Whatever the next one was, I think it was the Tunguska Sanctuary. I just skipped all of that. It was just like it was filler content, basically. So I skipped most of that. But then when I got to the Traum Singularity, I decided to play it. And bro, even though it's I don't think it's considered filler. Is that considered filler? I don't know. But the Traum Singularity was so good. The story was so good. And One of the characters I really like in Fate Grand Order is a character called Salome, and she's only a 2-star, so she's not a very popular servant. Oh, of course, they start calling me as soon as it starts. Oh, well, I hope you won't be gone too long. I hope they'll let you on a break or something, but don't work too hard. Take it easy. Those machines can fix themselves. Wait, no, they can't. They can't fix themselves. Nah, I'm already back. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. But Salome is a 3-star servant. So no, 2-star. She's a 2-star servant. I strained my wrist already rushing work. Don't work too hard. If you slow down, you get paid more because then you work more hours. I don't really know if that's how it works. Not really. If you have like a set number of hours, so whatever pace you work, you still get paid the same. I really like doing things very fast when I'm at work, so I can get back to my breaking. So if I do something really quick and I can get back to relaxing before something crazy happens, I would do that. But of course, you need to take your time in some things. And fortunately, I have my own radio channel. Oh, okay. Is random perv like completely invisible? There he is. There you go. I see you now. Hello, random perv. I see you. You'll have to forgive me. You'll have to forgive me because I have been gone for a while. I've forgotten how these things work. There you go. Sniffing again. Welcome to Sniff Central. Okay, what is I yapping about again? Salome! There, Salome! Salome's only a 2-star servant, but her design is really good. I wonder if I can pull up a picture. Let's see. Internet, what are you doing to me? Okay, where is her? I wonder. Okay, I wonder it's. Okay, it's probably because the final ascension art is a little too sus. Maybe I don't know. I wouldn't call it sus, but it is a little spicy. June hates me so much nowadays. He won't let me let my post be seen. I'm not blocking you, but you're just invisible for some reason. But then when you go to live chat, there, now I can see you. How much you like wearing garters? I don't think we're thinking the same garter. But I like wearing garters to work because it helps keep my clothes intact. Clothes intact. How do I phrase this? Because you're wearing scrubs, and sometimes the scrubs can, flail about or like not come undone, but it's just the garters are just there to keep everything in one piece. It's a 2-piece, but the garters kind of hold things together. They're not the spicy kind of garters. They're the wholesome kind of garters. My method is always to have a way to do things while looking busy. I can't exactly do that. I probably could. I probably could, and I probably have done that. Oh, all the camera blind spots. Well, you'll have to share that with me. I don't want security. Well, well, the security is looking at the table, so that's probably where all their focus is at. Maybe YouTube shadow banned him for being too spicy. Juwun wears garters to keep his stockings up. Socks, not. I don't wear stockings. I wear socks. Uses the garters to keep everything tucked away so it doesn't pop out. The scrubs. It's to keep the scrubs from popping, or like. It's just to keep things neat and tidy. Let's just put it like that. Keep things looking what's the word? Spiffy. I'll show you the blind spots, but we have to use them for reasons I was told to. What's that? Use your phone. Oh, wow, 17 months. We have been doing this for a while. And I've only been streaming half of that time. What is I talking about? Salome. Let me see if I can find a picture of Salome. You know what? You can look her up. She's a 2-star, but her design is really good. And she has a really starring role. Like they really made her look. They gave her a really good role in that whole singularity, in that whole story. So I won't spoil it, but it just makes me really sad. There's a part in the story that just makes me super sad, and it involves her. There's also a part in the story that involves ℏ𝕗𝕗, and ℏ𝕗𝕗 is my favorite character, my favorite servant. We should play some Fate Grand Order too, but that is not for this night. Close, yes. The guy who traded me told me those are the spots where you get. I don't know if OBS let that go through, but I can see it. That's kind of crazy. Hopefully, no one's gonna bring that. No one's gonna whisper that to HR. Can't really do. You know what? Just recently, one of my coworkers. This is not. Well, it's sort of related, but not exactly that. But one of my coworkers walked in on the patient, wrestling wrestling the snake or something. Choking the chicken. Pumping the air pump or something like that. She walked into. I don't know. I have no idea who this patient is, but I just the coworker just came out and said, I don't even think if you're supposed to do that. If you're supposed to tell your coworkers, hey, I just walked into this patient, playing with his magic flute. Something like that. I built his St. Andrew's cross for him. What is that? Is that some kind of... Is that a casino thing or is it an actual cross? But yeah, that just happened recently. So crazy things have happened in my workplace, but not exactly coworkers doing it. Oh, I remember. In one of the places I worked, do you know what a Watson room is? Oh, it's an adult tie. Okay. Okay, it's not an actual cross. Good to know. I feel bad for St. Andrew now. But what was I saying? Yeah, do you know what a Watson room is? So a Watson room is a room for nurses to relax. And we had a Watson room and then it was closed. They had to close it. And of course the public message was uh people were being disorderly. They were not using the Watson room appropriately, but word went around that, you know, employees were using the Watson room to to have a fun time on the clock. They were having a little too much fun on the clock, and so they had to close the Watson room. They were performing like they were playing two-person games that was on the company time. So they had to close the Watson room. Which is a shame because I never got to use the Watson room. I never got to use it. Apparently there's there was a massage chair there. But I never got to use it. They transformed the Watson room into, I can't remember what. I think it's they turned it to a CPR thing. A place where you can practice CPR. It's no longer a Watson room. Sproinking. There you go. Sproinking. You know, I use the word sproink on a day, not a daily basis, but I use the word sproink in real life. I think in real life, and I really hope it does not mean that in slang or colloquially. Bet they would have gotten in as much trouble if it was for 4 or 5 person game. Juwun Plantington misused the downtime rooms. Sproink. It's an expression. Sproink. It's like a what's a expletive? An inoffensive expletive. So that's how I use it, at least. But yeah. So crazy things have happened, and there's some crazy things that happen in the hospital, but I feel like it's overly. I was just reminded of I think there was a show before that got in trouble. I'm not sure if this is real or not, but it got in trouble because it featured, like, was it doctors or nurses? I can't remember. Doctors or nurses? I don't know if the show got in trouble, but it was a thing. It was a thing in the media. But it depicted, like, healthcare workers getting it on inside the hospital. I don't know if it was a break room or something, but it featured the hospital workers, healthcare workers getting it on, and that was like a thing. That thing came up when I was doing my nursing. Was I doing my nursing? Was I taking nursing at the time? I can't remember. But it came up and they said, "Do not do this." Duh. Please do not do this in the hospital. Gotcha. Yes, sir. Will do. Definitely 100%. I mean that any worse than this. So you're talking about Sproink is just, Sproink is an expression because there's a character in Dota 2 called Enchantress, and she just says that out of the blue. That's where I actually got it. That's where I got the word Sproink, because Because that was her expression. She just says sproink. Sproink. And there's also a Pokemon. There is a Pokemon called Is it Spoink? Yeah, Spoink. But yeah, the expression of Enchantress. Let me see. Sproink. Yeah, she says Enchantress. Enchantress says Sproink. Why is my internet so slow? I hope my stream is not lagging. Yeah, she says Sproink. She just that's like her expression. Let me look up Urban Dictionary. When the girl is going down on a dude and the and the dick pops out and pokes her in the eye, that's what a sproink is apparently. You can really never trust Urban Dictionary. Was it a children's song? I do not know. I don't remember what the show was. I had no idea that I shouldn't do this. Yes, you should not do that, especially at work. But we all know now. We are all for the better, knowing this information. Juwun and Nurse 13 made makeout videos to pay for nurses. That is slander. I think you can get in trouble. I think you can get in trouble with your license if people found out. I'm pretty sure. Still looking to make his Vaporeon white? No! I don't even like Vaporeon. No, but it is bad that I don't have a copy of those videos. It's just funny how people pretend to be innocent by using different words when they mean the same thing. But that's what Enchantress says in the game. And I used to play Enchantress. I used to jungle. I used to jungle with... How did you know? Umbreon is my favorite evolution. Isn't there a ghost evolution now? There is no official ghost Eevee. Okay. Then Umbreon is still my favorite evolution. If there was a ghost, I might reconsider. If there was a ghost evolution. But for now, it's Umbreon. I'm Umbreon. I'm not a big dark type fan. I'm not a fan of dark type Pokemon, but Umbreon is cool. And the fact that Umbreon is a very powerful tank. Very powerful tank, this Umbreon. Whoops. Okay, I just need to keep an eye out because I might have to end this stream abruptly. Like I said, I apologize. But I had to stream, you know. I had to stream somehow. It's been a minute. It's been a long time. So I needed to stream. I might have to end this abruptly. Hopefully we can get a couple hours in. Hunting you. My situation hasn't really I hope it hasn't become permanent, but it's looking a little bit that way. If I can get to soundproof this room, if I can like completely soundproof it, I'm gonna have to get curtains. I'm gonna have to get curtains too. This room has no curtains. And just completely soundproof this room, then I could yeah. What was I saying again? Oh well. Umbreon. And Enchantress. Enchantress's expression was boring. And before that, what were we talking about? I need to find the AI program I used to make that vid a while ago and remake them. If I do, I'll send it to you. Ripple foam works. You know, here's the thing about not old people, but you know what I'm saying? Like women, middle-aged women. Middle-aged women have like super acute hearing for some reason. Super selective, super acute hearing. Like you'd think their ears would go dull with age. But no. No. It only gets better. It only gets stronger. Especially when it comes to, you know, gossip and stuff. When they're trying to find something out. Yes, that's a word. They're super nosy. Let me just close my door. Just extra security. Be right back. Where is my BRB screen? This has been a while. Okay, I found it. Okay, there. Just like it was just a second. Actually, I remember fooling with that program and made the goth milk bell. Cool. If you mentioned that you're making a bit of money streaming, here's the thing with Asian moms. It's not really about the money. Of course, it's about the money. Yeah, but more than that, it's about the prestige. So, if you're Asian and you're a nurse, your parents expect you to eventually become a doctor or a nurse practitioner. Doesn't matter if it costs a lot of money to go to medicine school. It's going to cost a lot of money to become a nurse practitioner when you can already make money right now, especially travel nursing. If you're travel nursing, of course a travel NP is gonna make a lot of money. But you know, if you're like doing travel nursing, you're making about as much as an NP, working less hours. And I do not what is the right word? I do not envy doctors and nurse practitioners, seeing the amount of work they do. So they have a lot of patients. I only have to worry about like 3 or 4, 3, 4, 5 tops patients. But nurse practitioners, doctors, they have to oversee like several, like a whole wing, probably even more, and they work 5 days a week. And residents, they live in the hospital. They live in the hospital, and residents are pretty much like they're paid intern. Wait, yeah, I think that's the right word. They're paid less than nurses. That is a crazy thing. A doctor in residency is paid less than a nurse. So a nurse makes more than a doctor. And a doctor, depending on what they're trying to specialize in, they can be a resident for up to 7 years. This is crazy. They can be, depending on what they're trying to specialize in, they can be a resident for 7 years. Imagine working 7 years. You're a doctor. You have an MD in your name. You're making less than a nurse, and you're working like These people are like working 60-hour weeks. And then you do that for 7 years. So I do not envy them. I do not envy them at all. But Asian moms or Asian parents, that's what they want for you. Doesn't matter if you're making less than a nurse, it looks good. It looks good to tell your friends. Yeah, that's the thing. Your kids are like accessories. That's the right word. Your kids are like accessories. So, yeah, my kid's a doctor. How about your kid? My kid's a nurse. Oh, sucks to be you. So yeah, even if you're making more money than technically you're making more money than a doctor, it's still frowned upon because you're not a doctor. So yeah, just saying that like, oh, I'm making a little bit of money. Oh, how much is that little bit? Well, it's very little. So it doesn't really justify anything. It's about bragging. There you go. Yeah, bragging on the money. Gonna try and find a way to walk through the hospital. No way. Classic hag bragging. That's a. I think an Asian, especially fresh off the boat Asians, wanna they wanna look good compared to like what probably their friends who are more established than they are or something like that. They just really want to look better. East Asian collectivism. It's about the titles too. You know, there was this how do I phrase this? Okay, let's say this. My sister used to date this welder. And welders make a lot of money. Yeah, this guy made as much money as I did. But he was a welder. So my mom didn't like him. That's the thing. Welders make a lot of money. And it's I don't know much about welding, okay? I don't know much about welding other than you get paid if you're really good. You get a lot of money. If you're really good at welding stuff, they pay you a lot. But that doesn't involve like super heavy labor, right? I could be wrong. This dude worked the night shift. So, I guess probably shift differential, more money. How hard could that be? But apparently he was making as much money, if not more than I was. But because he was a welder, yeah. They really look down on like the trade workers, the blue collar workers. You need a college degree. Doesn't matter if your college degree is an absolute waste of money. It's better than the trades in their eyes. And you know, these people make a lot of money. Like the amount of money they charge you. The amount of money they charge you to do work is kind of crazy. So I'm pretty sure they're doing well. Plus they can have their own business and stuff. But yeah, it's more of the perception. Not exactly money. Basic welding is easy. Good welding is incredibly hard. And I believe like if you're a really good welder, you can make a lot of money. Oil field workers make. Maybe I should get into that. I should get into the oil fields. But they spend a lot of time away, I guess. But yeah, oil field workers make a lot of money, but that would be another thing that Asian parents would frown upon. My nose is getting clogged already. The more I yap, the more clogged my nose gets. Okay, there. That might be better. You want to see something horrifying? Look up what's required of a millerite. What is a millerite? It's a crafts or skilled tradesperson who installs, maintains, and repairs large-scale industrial machinery like turbines, pumps. More sniffing. Most millwrights become qualified through a 3 or 4 year apprenticeship program. So that's about like a registered nurse. Apprenticeship program, but that's even better because you're doing that on the job, right? It's not like you have to go to school for that. You have to be able to hand weld an airtight bead that can resist 10K psi. I feel welding is one of the most demanding subgroups. I should have been a welder then. I might have I don't know if I have the coordination skills, but I'm pretty good at sticking people. I don't know if that counts. But I am decent at poking people. Whenever I'm gonna poke someone for their labs or something like that, I try to play it down a little bit. I try to play it down a little bit so that, they don't expect much, but then when it happens and it's good, then they're happy. But just the other night, my patient told me, if everyone drew labs like you, then I would I would enjoy getting my labs drawn. The first night I was with this guy, I was with this patient, and I poked him. He flinched. This guy does not like needles, but over the course of the several nights, I took care of him. On the last night, he said, if everyone if everyone if everyone drew labs like you did, I would probably enjoy getting my labs drawn. Poor guy. And he did look like a person who it's like he looked like he was an older gentleman, so it's understandable that they're pain averse or something like that. He looked a little frail. uh his veins were a little frail too. But what I kill me, so hello. What really blows my mind are these big dudes. It's always a big dude. The big guy, big muscles. Not always big muscles, but big and tattooed, that are afraid of needles. Some of them really, really hate needles. They will not let you stick them. There was this one guy, he was big. He had muscles too. And he had good veins because if you're big, if you're big and you have low fat, your veins will pop out. But this dude was so afraid of needles. His wife had to hold him down. His wife had to hold him down. And I was a little nervous because he was upset. He was upset. He was thinking about going home. But he really needed an IV. So I had to stick this dude. And when I stuck him, this guy drew his arm back. But I held on to his arm for dear life. So I was able to get the IV in, but this man, I just don't get it. I really can't get how people are afraid of needles. I mean, I get it. I can get it. It hurts a little bit, but come on. Okay, people are afraid of bee stings. I would say a bee sting is worse, but people are also afraid of bee stings. And ant bite. People are also afraid of ant bites. But the difference is an ant bite has poison. A bee sting is poison, it will itch. An IV stick doesn't hurt very much. Okay, it could hurt depending on how they do it. I don't understand why people have issues hitting veins. I've stuck more IVs than I can remember. I only have jury stick twice ever. I work with people who have kidney and liver issues, and their veins are very, very not good. They don't have good veins, which is why it can be hard. Kidney and liver patients don't have very good veins. Plus, kidney patients, if they have like a graft or a fistula, then you cannot use that arm for needle sticks. You can't poke that arm. So they're left with only one arm. And over the course of their care, after being poked hundreds and hundreds of times, they develop scar tissue. So some veins are really scarred, and some even so bad that you can't use the vein anymore. It's just old scar tissue. You can't really poke them. So the veins that they're left with are super tidy and really hard to get. So that's why it can be hard. I think if you're the military, everyone's healthy. Everyone's a dude with big juicy veins. Then that won't be an issue. But some patients are really sickly. It's been eons. I know, right? And after this, it might be it might be more eons after this too. My apologies beforehand. I tried blood doping once. Sticking myself was a little difficult. Wait, you gave yourself blood? Sticking myself is very easy. That's how I learned. That's how I learned to do IVs. I stuck myself. I've even done that on stream. I stuck myself on stream. Honestly, I'd be more afraid of the gauge of the needle over the length of it. Probably. That makes sense. The needle that they draw that they do transfusions with is a decently sized needle. It's like an 18 gauge. But the thing about that is they don't have to put the whole needle in, or they don't have to thread the whole catheter in. Just the tip. Just the tip. Only the tip needs to go in. And then you secure it, and then you're good. Yeah, I gave Kara a horror story about me and ant bites before. I am actually allergic to ants. Magical ants. I am only allergic to magical ants because, again, I am a vampire, were-tiger, manticore, for decimal species, X 3-letter agent. And so I am allergic to magical ants. They just have a large energy from the sun or something like that. I had a bunch of blisters on my ankle a couple weeks ago. I drove my tank through a fire ant. Ouch. You have a tank? Wow. Is that a real tank? How did the ants get inside? Was too close, apparently. Ooh. Well, I said it to Kara, so I can say it here. My ant bite horror story involved bullet ants in my groin. Not a proud moment. Why are you phrasing it that way? Why are you phrasing it like you did that intentionally? The way you're framing it sounds like, oh, remote control. The way you're phrasing it sounds like it was intentional. Who in the world intentionally puts a bullet ant in their bowls? I do. I stick myself for fun. Okay, I am getting I'm getting a little paranoid here. Let me just add several layers of protection here. I feel like I'm casting magic. Creating layers upon layers of protective spells. Just the tip. That's how I got Milk Bell in my room. That's a game where I play with Juwun and ℎ𝕗𝓚. Remote control. Wasn't intentionally, but it happened. Okay. Just the way it was phrased, like a proud moment. It seemed like you were doing it for intentional purposes. Did you not see the time Pippa covered the bug people? The ant children. Was it the ant children? I probably missed that. How long ago was this? I know the ant people were. This was a while back. I remember seeing that in a Wendigoon video. You stick yourself with those big old blood donation needles. Those are 18 gauge needles. I have not stuck myself with that, but I have been poked by that several times because I have donated blood several times. Whoever received my blood is good luck to them. Because like I said, I'm a vampire, ℓ𝕗𝓚𝓼, manticore, traditional species, ℏ3 agent, a VTuber. So they're probably now some kind of vampire or something. Never casted that protection. That is true. The people who use bugs. Oh, that's even worse. Wait, I'm not sure if that's worse. That might just be just as bad. People use bugs to get off. How? Like, does the pain make them feel good or something? There is also the car video. That was a long time ago, right? The guy who's in love with his car. That's an old video. Basically, I was doing sit-ups for some physical training. Where are there bullet ants up there in Canadian land? I didn't know you had bullet ants up there. That is the thing about pain, though. Pain is a very interesting thing because pain also causes pleasure. Because what your body does in response to pain is release endorphins, and endorphins make you feel good. So there are forms of therapy that involve pain, and none of those are like bee stings. I don't think that's actually practiced in hospital, but massage is an example. Like massage causes pain, some degree of not exactly severe pain, but the act of causing pain releases endorphins. I'm just explaining this, okay? I'm not saying that I do that stuff to achieve some stuff, but the difference between pain and pleasure really is at the end of the day, not exactly at the end of the day, but in a way, it's a mindset. It really is just a mindset. Because pain can really feel good depending on the mindset. Beehive tetherball. I'm not sure if that's a legit therapy because that's probably a little too many bees. But acupuncture, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for the word acupuncture. That is the word acupuncture. But acupuncture is just like bee sting. And that's how it relieves pain and stuff. If it didn't, pain would be probably unbearable. Probably, yeah. But the endorphins make you feel good. So that's why pain can be pleasurable. You don't need to lie to us. We will accept your little quirks. We encourage Juwun to embrace his desires. What desires? Getting bullet ants in the balls. Is that what you're doing? Okay, that's not what you're doing. You're doing sit-ups. Yeah, that's right. Sit-ups. Wink, wink. But that's essentially what massage is. You want the massage to be real deep, and you really want it to hurt. Because if it's just really shallow and it's not doing much, you don't get the endorphins. You want the endorphins. The endogenous morphine. It's crazy how some people are like super used to using really powerful pain medications. Like their dosages are like so big. Like I've seen people like on 30 milligrams of oxycodone. This doesn't make any sense. Why are you on 30 milligrams of oxycodone? And you know what? Oxycodone, like how many times stronger than morphine is oxycodone? Pretty sure it's in like the hundreds. It's oh, Google is listening. Google is just very slow tonight. Oh, it's only 1.5. I'm thinking fentanyl. Fentanyl. Yeah, fentanyl is the one that's in the hundreds. Doesn't give the number, but I'm pretty sure fentanyl is like hundreds of times stronger than morphine. This doesn't feel right though. Oxycodone is not 1.5 times stronger. You still have hydrocodone. Another call. IOA. See you later. Hopefully. I've been told I have magic fingers, and you're like, me too. Me too. Like, I had a patient that was in a lot of pain. And to help with the pain, I gave him a massage. And then, because they wouldn't give him pain meds for, I can't remember whatever reason. So I massaged his back, and then I said, I have to go now. And so he called in the care partner, which was a girl. And he was not happy with the massage. Sometimes they feel like entitled. So he preferred my massage over the girl's massage. I guess it's a good thing. Gets massaged for the endorphins. That's what everyone does. That is why everyone gets massaged. Everyone gets massaged for the endorphins. Let's hydrate. Are you hydrated? Let's hydrate. Fent is a infestation. I don't know the street form. What the street form of fentanyl is. But the fentanyl that I use in my experience is usually IV fentanyl. And you know the dosages of fentanyl is not in milligrams. The dosages of fentanyl is in micrograms. That's how powerful fentanyl is. So the dosages we give are like micrograms. And it's usually IV, but I've also there are also topical patches that fentanyl topical patches. And we're supposed to get when we I have heard that people have taken like used fentanyl patches and like chewed on them just to get whatever fentanyl is left in the patches. So apparently that's why we when we get rid of fentanyl patches, we have to properly dispose with a witness, because some people chew on those patches. But I have seen like at least post-surgical, for post-surgical stuff, just immediately after surgery, some people are on fentanyl and not oxycodone. They eventually hopefully transition them into oxycodone. But fentanyl is really strong. Like in the order of narcotics, you have codeine. Codeine is like the weakest. And then you have tramadol. Codeine and tramadol used to be like, I don't think they were scheduled. What is the correct terminology? Schedule 2 drugs? Yeah. At some point they were not scheduled 2, I think. But anyway, codeine and tramadol, super weak. And then you have morphine, which is just like the medical version of heroin. And then you have hydrocodone, which is houses. Dr. House, preferred drug of choice, Vicodin. Vicodin is just hydrocodone with Tylenol. And after that, you have oxycodone. And after oxycodone, you have Dilaudid or hydromorphone. So yeah, some people are usually on fentanyl or hydromorphone after surgery, but hopefully they get transitioned into oxycodone because hydromorphone is really strong, but fentanyl is even stronger. And during surgery, there are even stronger meds than fentanyl. This is crazy, but there are meds that are even stronger than fentanyl. They all end with fentanyl though. So like I think there's something called carfentanil. That's the only thing I remember. There's a drug called carfentanil, which is like several times stronger than fentanyl. So fentanyl is not even the final boss. I'm back. Idiot placed a bet and forgot to hit spin. That's why they were mad. Speaking of, I still have some hydrocodone from my last ear infection. Do not share it with the rest of the bros in chat. Talking about the painkillers he uses to sedate his patients that can bounce on their... That's not how it works. If you would just need the drugs. Okay, I'm sure you can recover some of your losses with that. I know. Well, wait. Are you allowed to gamble in the casino you work in, or something like that? I mean, probably so. I never thought of it. Off the clock. Okay. Wow, it's been an hour. We haven't even gotten to the blackjack part yet. I should change the title of this stream. Maybe after the stream I'll change the title. But I still haven't gotten to my yappage about my blackjack excursion. Nope, I can't because I have a gaming license. What is a gaming? You're allowed to fix machines. Okay, I think I got it. Because you fix machines, it would be unethical for you to play the machines. Gambling is bad. Don't do it, Juwun. I don't gamble. I don't gamble. I will explain myself. Local Tiger Boy yaps about fentanyl for 3 hours. Yay! A gaming license means I'm trusted with secure stuff. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If you're able to tinker with the machines, you're probably not allowed to play said machines. It might be unethical. But yeah, imagine if we just yapped about fentanyl during a blackjack stream. But yeah, no, I don't like the idea of gambling. So what I'm trying to do is not gamble. And over the course of the stream, hopefully I can explain it. Oh my god, I can explain what I'm trying to do, but I I had to get a feel. I had to get a feel of what it's like to be in a casino because it's very different from just practicing in the safety of your home versus playing in a casino, and it was a very interesting session. I'm not even allowed to accept tips due to the perception of bias. Oh, that's crazy. Dealers could accept. Well, you're not exactly a dealer. Dealers though, they don't need a license. I'm pretty sure some dealers can cheat too, but security is really keeping a close eye on them, so to prevent them from cheating. But I had a very, like I was saying, I had a very interesting I think it was not exactly 4 hours, but I probably less than 4 hours spent at the casino. It was very interesting. It was kind of unnerving. I was kind of nervous because knowing that I wasn't there to gamble. I was there to count cards. And so I felt nervous, even though I don't really think you should be nervous, but like I said, I am not used. I am not used to playing in a casino, so I was very nervous. But I can see how some people find it fun, especially if there are other fun people on the table. If there are other fun people on the table, then it can be really fun. Cheat fate, and it'll somehow find a way to cheat you harder. Is this considered cheating fate? It's more like it's not cheating fate. It's like mathematics. It's not basic. It's yeah. It is basic type math that helps you play at an advantage over the casino. Like so the people who gamble or play blackjack or play the slots, they're playing. Excuse me. Oh no, I burped. Sorry, I apologize. But they're playing at a disadvantage. So the casino has the advantage over the players. You wouldn't say the casino is cheating fate. The casino just has a mathematical advantage over the players. But if you're counting cards, then the advantage shifts to you. So the casino no longer has the advantage, and over time, if they let you play, you will win more than you lose. So you will still lose. Just like the casino. Some players win, some players lose. Or some players win big. But over time, if they bring their winnings back to the casino, because the casino has the advantage over the players, they will eventually win it back. Which is kind of sad. We should play some pretend you're... Who is Zizzy? Should play some pretend you're Zizzy sometime. You could play with chat on stream easily. It's a free Cards Against Humanity clone. Okay. Yeah, we should do this sometime. There was this one guy. I feel really bad. Like, I felt bad for the guy because he did not look happy. He came and joined the table I was playing at, like, probably close to the end of the shoe. And he did not look happy. He looked kind of disheveled, and he only had a few chips. So I wonder if he was like hopping from table to table. And he did not look happy, and he was betting these chips, and he lost all of it, which is sad. And then he left. You see a lot of interesting people. The most interesting people are the Asians. That's his own fault for joining at the end of the show. Yeah. It's always good to, especially if you're counting. Especially if you're counting, you'll only start playing from the start. You don't jump in. You don't jump in once the thing's already started. But there was this Asian lady who joined in one of the games I was playing. And she was very fun to play with, but she was betting so much money. This is crazy. She was betting so much money and she was encouraging me to put more money too. So I was only betting the regular bets, right? I was only doing the regular bets. She was doing the side bets. All of them. She was doing all the side bets. So she was losing she was betting $25 chips. She was betting $25 chips on all the side bets. And she was losing like hundreds of dollars every hand. She had made it big though. She I can't remember. A few hands after her joining, she won like $5,000. Which is wild. She won like $5,000 like a few hands after joining. And then I was so impressed. But she said, "Oh, this came early." Apparently she does this every time she's in there. Yeah, she does this every time she's in there. She says she spends like tens of thousands of dollars. So is it worth it? Is it worth it to spend tens of thousands of dollars to win this $5,000 deal? I guess she's hoping to hit the jackpot because, bro, I didn't know like Blackjack had jackpots, but that's what some of the side bets are. Some of those side bets will get you like jackpot or something. I guess she's hoping to hit one of the jackpots eventually. But that is like super unlikely. Just so everyone knows, casino etiquette says you wait for a new shoe before you join in. Even if you're in counting, unless the players invite you to join. So that's why people ask, can I join? I didn't know that. I just thought that some games you're not allowed to join once a shoe started, but some games you're allowed to join. Time to spread more lore about Juwun. When Juwun takes Ghoul out for his walks, both of them are leashed together. The correct term is chained. I'm back with soup. Yay! Do you have enough for everyone? But yeah, like I said, she won like $5,000. And she said this came early. So apparently she gets this every time she's there. But she says she has to play a lot. She has to play a lot to get this. So anyway, she was telling me to play side bets. She was telling me that I should bet like $5 on the side bets or something. I said no. I said I'm not comfortable. I did tell them like I was new to this whole thing. So I think I'm just gonna stick to the regular bets. But I was shocked. I was seeing like $25 chips like go away, like get drained so quickly. Whatever you call it, it's because Juwun gets jealous of Gula having a restraint. I don't like restraints. Nothing can bind me. I'm so powerful. Naturally, I'm always willing to share soup. Thank you. What kind of soup are we talking about here? Side bets can mean you a lot or lose you everything. That's what I was. When you're counting cards, you don't do side bets. I guess there are some side bets. There are some side bets that you can win, I think. But for the most part, the only side bet you take is insurance. That's what I was told. When counting cards, the only side bet you take is insurance. And under specific conditions. But yeah, there was this one dude too. There was this one dude who joined. Like he joined in the middle of a game. In the middle of a shoe. And he plays a big bet. And he got 2 aces, so he split the aces and he won. He won like $300 or something. I can't remember. $300 probably. I don't know. But he kept playing and he ended up losing it. Which is sad. He joined and he won big. But then it all went away. More Juwun lore. 2 would hold the leash while Juwun was in the base. What's the base? Oh, the base. The foundation base. You got any other riots? I don't know if you're near Mexico. Oh, are there riots there now? ℡𝕝𝕗𝕗𝕗. ℡𝕝𝕗𝕗𝕗. A traditional Mexican soup. Okay, that's good. Well, wherever you are, stay safe. I don't know what the riots are for, but are they protesting immigration? But stay safe. Stay safe. Against the Mexican president. Oh. Well, whoever's in Mexico, stay safe. Don't join the riots over her being a cartel puppet. That is crazy. The cartel is so big, they even have the president in their pockets. That is not a good thing. That is very, very bad. Wow. They're that powerful, huh? Is the Mexican president also the commander-in-chief? So they have the commander-in-chief in their pockets. That is wild. That is the power. That is the power of... See, I don't really want to get political, but you know, if they had competition... if they had a competition in the private market, then they wouldn't be doing this, I don't think. Honestly, we'll probably end up sending the US military. Why? To Mexico. Okay. Oh, because they're embedded. They're embedded as the Taliban was. They killed their competition. That's even worse. They're so big now. I mean, that's the problem. They're so big now. You can't really create competition. Now, can you? You know what? The competition will be in the US. They legalized drugs in the US. Now, the Mexican people will go to the US for their... Nah, it'll be too expensive. How do you fix a problem once it's gotten that big? I'm never going to Mexico now. At this rate, I'm never going to Mexico. If it's that big, you have the president in your pockets. I mean, what can you do? Juwun international crime family win right now, right here in this area code, in this time zone. Equate brand generic OTC fentanyl. Yeah, that's gonna be a little crazy. You know, I do think it would be nice to like kind of make drugs more accessible. And I'm not talking about the good stuff. I'm talking about prescription drugs, yeah. If prescription drugs became more like available, like you did need a prescription, I think that would fix some things, but I'm still not super sure about the the narcotics. I mean, alcohol is a powerful drug. And withdrawals are terrible. Alcohol also does a lot of damage to the liver and in turn to society. But what would legalizing narcotics would it make society worse or better? I mean, I know if like narcotics were legalized, I wouldn't be chowing down narcotics. But you never know, someone might do that. Can I have some prescription coke? Makes you think. It's not like I would even if drugs were legal, I wouldn't take drugs. I mean, alcohol is legal. I mean, I do take alcohol socially, but the weed and stuff is legal. I don't take the weed and stuff. But yeah, when it comes to prescription drugs, I think we can do away with a lot of this prescription drugs because that's what's that's either what's keeping their prices up or it's just another way for the doctors to make money. Because if you want a certain drug, you need to go through a doctor to get the drug. So that not only keeps the drug prices up, but it also keeps the doctor's pockets lined. So this might be my conspiracy brain, but I think that's why a lot of drugs are still prescription drugs. They should be like over the counter. I mean, Tylenol is a killer, but it's over the counter. The problem is you have to do it with local support, which is where we have failed in Iraq. We dealt with people who were local, vocal, not those who were in touch with the people. That's not fun. I don't think we'd have much of that issue in Mexico since the culture is more similar. That's kind of wild though, the US going to not exactly invading, but the US army military going into Mexico to fight the cartel. I mean, the cartels do affect the United States somehow. So does it make sense to wage war with the cartel? I mean, if Mexico wants it, then if Mexico wants, or not just wants, but they're okay with it, I guess that's fine. As long as Mexico consents. As long as Mexico consents, then the US could enter Mexico. Hello, Raz. Hello, Raz. Long time no see. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. It would make society more interesting. They might. Like alcohol is still regulated to some degree. I guess they can still regulate opioids. Regulate it and make it safer. Rather, there you go. I had a patient. Well, they could have been lying too, but when patients go to the hospital, they're screened for drugs and they found meth. They found meth in their bloodstream and the patient said, "Oh, my weed was probably laced with meth." And the doctor said, "Yeah, it's probably a your weed was probably laced with meth." Which could be true. I don't really know the ways of the drug users. Was that just an excuse, or do some people actually lace their weed, or do some dealers actually lace their weed with meth? Adults are different than inhaling weed. Cooking modifies. Does it make it stronger or what? I've been taking some edibles that contain horny goat weed. They're fun. What does that do? What does the horny goat weed do? Does it do what its namesake says? Makes you a horny goat on weed. I need a Jew to make a crime family with. How do you even start a crime family? Whoops. That's a thing about That's the thing about crime, right? Organized crime started because of prohibition. I think some degree of prohibition is what's causing is what's keeping the the organized crime going. I think some degree of legalization has to occur. Some degree of legalization or something has to occur to like weaken the organized crimes. But what do you do now that they're so powerful? They'll just kill the competition. If you start a legal drug business, the cartel's just gonna go after you. So you need to have your own army. So now you have to your capital you have to worry about not just starting a drug company, but then you also have to raise an army of your own. So no one's probably gonna want to get into that business. We'll become what's a cool name now? I'm not sure. You're already the the bloomers and the sugar bros. US x Mexico Omegaverse. Who was the alpha and who was the omega? Oh, since the US is entering Mexico, I guess the US is the alpha there. Feels like Mexico is modern day Sengoku era Japan. You know what? That might just be the case. Is that how feudalism works? The usual so sleepy. That's the usual for you, right, Rez? Always sleepy. The thing is, Juwun is a brat who says he doesn't want to be penetrated, but digitally, what does that mean? I am invincible. I am no chains can bind me. Possible, but unlikely. The capital is not just about starting a business now. Too, you have to raise an army. So, I mean, if you're in the United States, though, you don't have to worry that much. But then, is that considered competition for the cartel? You have to start it in Mexico if the cartels to ever get competition. But again, the cartel kills everyone. Dealers lace things to their customers. Oh, so that's how we're lacing hydro with coke. Tax evasion. That's like a lot of organized. That's what happens though when you prohibit things. You no longer get tax from it. There's no more tax revenue. So there, I go. That is also why we have income tax, right? Prohibition is the reason why we have income tax. Very big mistake. Anyway, Tiger, we're gonna start gambling soon. I don't know. We'll see if we ever do. Horny goat weed is also known as barren wort. It does increase sexual performance for both genders. Interesting. Is that why it's called horny goat weed? It makes the goats. It makes the goats' horns grow longer. Another. We'll get to the blackjack soon. We're all over the place. Juwun is 100% the winner. I am 100% the winner. Considers himself a top because he prefers reverse cowgirl. A most righteous cause will make those follow until they realize it was a trap. Very deep, Meso. Wow. At least you're not asking me to like pile drive you this time. You're saying very wise words. Actually, there's something that'll shift Juwun from his horny goat talk. Got my genetically modified cocoa plants, and from the last harvest, I'm saying worth it. You can grow those in Canada. Oh wait, they're genetically modified. That's why. Let me try a third time. Not sure what triggers the filter. The goat weed is also called barrenwort. We will make our enemies into soup and then drink it. Is that what you're drinking right now? Pozzoli and the like. It improves fun time performance. I mean, I see everything. Everything seems to be going through. Hello, Cynic Shock. Hello, hello. You're all in. All in for what? The crime stuff. It went through apparently. It's been too long, Juwun. We all need to recharge. Anyways, I needed Juwun. Now you're asking me to throw you. Just after you waxed eloquent on the universe and how that is like something quotable. A most righteous cause will make those follow until they realize too late it was a trap. Very, very deep words. I can't swim. Might be sorting his chat by top. It is live chat. I'm seeing everything. Wow, I have been asking for old stream to be thrown around. No, I think this is the first time. Greenhouse genetically. Okay, there you go. So they self-pollinate every 4 months and grow as a bush instead of a tree. I haven't checked my mushrooms in a while. I've just been really busy with work. I'd be surprised if there was another chicken of the woods. It's probably no longer. The reason why I haven't checked is because it's no longer season. It's getting a little too cold for the fungi. For the fungi to be having fun. Haha. I do not need wisdom nor aura. Only fools search for something. There you go again. Waxing deep and eloquent. But yeah, they actually are growing right between the red banana. You know, I think both banana. I wouldn't call myself a banana connoisseur. But I think the red banana and the blue banana are like overrated. Don't really like either of them. You know, I have the bananas here. The bananas are my symbol. Speaking of bananas, did you see Nyana's cameo in ℏ𝕏𝓼𝕒𝕟𝕟𝕼𝕗's video? I was surprised. I was watching a ℏ𝕏𝓼 video this morning, and then whoa, there's a Nyana mention. Not exactly a mention, more like a clip. There was a clip of Nyana in ℏ𝕏𝓼's latest video. Like a few seconds into the video, you see a Nyana clip, which is crazy. Especially that Nyana's graduated already. Again, best wishes to Nyana. Hopefully she's doing a lot better now. But for those who know, no. I haven't really got an update, so I hope she's doing better. But she did have that little cameo in ℏ𝕏𝓼's video. You can look up the video now. The latest video of ℏ𝕏𝓼, I think it was probably yesterday. Wait, he did another video with ℏ𝕏𝓼𝓼. I'm not sure whose channel I was on though. But ℏ𝕏𝓼's latest video that says, I think it says "Do not redeem." I think yeah, the title is "Do not redeem" or something. But it's a little clip of Nyana saying "Do not redeem." Yeah, it's just Nyana saying "Do not redeem," but that's crazy for her. The only VTuber featured in ℏ𝕏𝓼's video, and it's Nyana. I think that is a big deal. At least for me, it is. It's cold down here. I need a Juwun to be the little spoon, for real, for real. Someone moved my fungi, and I didn't find them in time. Is that a reference that I'm not getting? You got Gula and the Jampire. No. The Nyana thing. You should check it. A wise man doesn't need to claim to be wise. Those who do are simpletons. I did not know that fellow graduated. I only ever pay attention to you. Well, Nyana! I think Nyana. I know Juwun came first, so I think there was some. There was a seed of Juwun planted into the idea, into the concept that eventually became Nyana. But yeah, Nyana is probably the biggest flavor. But yeah, I hope she's doing good. Those who know, those who don't know. Not a reference. My fungi just died. Oh, why did your fungi die? Juwun doesn't plant seed. He got seed planted in him. I'm not a pot. The only flavor I really watch is you. Wow. Well, that is flattering. Again, thank you, all of you. You stuck with me through my non-streaming. And I've been using your money wisely, okay? I used whatever money I had to commission that little art piece. For those who did I post it on YouTube? I don't think I ever posted it on YouTube. Let me check. Why is my internet so slow? Oh, there, I did. Oh, wait, I only posted members only. Yeah. Well, the full thingy is for the full resolution is for members. But I guess I can post the little the little thing. I'm just gonna go ahead and post the little thing now. So this is the thing. Wow, that is a thing. The full thing without the lettering. The full thing without the lettering. That is for the members. But this one I will post on the community section. So I'll just go ahead and do that right now. I thought I already had it posted. Super late for Halloween, but you know what? It's better late than never. How many days it removed from Halloween are we now? Like a whole month. Like a whole month removed from Halloween, but oh well. There we go. We all know that the tail is the tail is growing. But yeah, that is not the full version. The full version the members have access to on the drive thing. He understood. I think we just need to retrade him a bit. What am I missing again? I was literally checking your channel yesterday because I missed Juwun. Well, thank you. I really haven't posted anything. I've thought about like creating clips or shorts, but you know what? I am so busy with life. I think I've gotten. The reason I was posting like shorts and stuff too is obviously because I wanted to get like some videos out there. But you know what? I'm pretty happy with how things are right now. I finally managed to overcome the number brain. At least I think. At least I think I have figured out how to or gotten over the numbers and stuff. I'm just happy that I've got you guys. And Broly May sometimes. Broly May too. Yeah. Thing is he's on Twitch. So I haven't really caught a bro live stream in a very long time. I watch a few flavors, Neo, Kara, Juwun, when he decides to stream. All my nets need repairs, and he refused to let me buy him the chastity overthrown. What are those? Juwon still needs to bulge the Bulgisha. Twitch won't bite you. It's just a thing of habit. I don't check Twitch to see to find someone's stream. Twitch is the worst site. Yeah, you did mention that drama over who's that? Well, the Hassan guy has drama every day. Who's the other person? The Mizgift drama. The Mizgift drama. Is that still ongoing? Is the Mizgift stuff still ongoing? I did not know. I did not know they were actually dating, which they were. Like, wow, good for him. He was like dating above uh his weight class. Let's say, let's just put it that way. I need a June to bite me for real. You're trying to become a vampire, huh? Not like YouTube isn't in hot. What happened to YouTube now? What's going on with YouTube? I mean, something's always going on with YouTube. It is. He's trying to redeem himself right now. It's still going. Okay. I really don't know the depth of the whole drama since I haven't really been following it. But apparently he was abusing her or something. and and Twitch. Wait, she got like assaulted during a Twitch. Oh, apparently I have a new throne suggestion. I wonder who that's from. I wonder who that suggestion is from. Massively. Is that the YouTube drama or the Twitch drama? From a purely corporate stance, Kick is the best streaming platform. Well, if we're talking about Blackjack, I guess. I guess Kick is the place to go if we're talking about Blackjack. Check throne off screen, Juwun. Okay, check throne off screen. Okay, let's create a new window. Let's check throne. Oh, I'm not signed in. All right, let's see if I can figure out if I can figure out how this works. It's been a while. Okay, where do I go? Why do I have a wearable blanket in my saved for later? Okay, activities. Is that where to find it? Hmm. I rarely visit this place, so I'm still trying to figure out. I have my I have my password. I'm just trying to figure out where the suggestions are. There we go. What in the world is this? So that's what the chastity looks like. My goodness. Those padlocks are not gonna do anything. Do you wear any jewelry? This necklace, this one, with a fang. Too powerful to be contained, that is correct. I think you can show them, but what do you mean? No. I'm not a big jewelry guy. It's for Playjoy, and the padlocks are supposed to be pickable. How do you pick something that small? If they're that small, you just cut them with a pair of scissors. Those look like those are scissorable. What are we talking about again? Kick and blackjack. You know, when I went to the casino that time, I didn't lose any money. At least I played 3 hours. I tried counting. It's a lot more difficult to count in the casino because people are trying to talk to you. People are trying to talk to you. You're trying to. This is the thing, right? I am so bad at math. I am not good at math. I am an Asian, but I am not a math Asian. So I'm not really good at math. And when they're giving you the cards, you have to count the cards and you also have to add your hand up. Not just that, you also have to add the dealer's hand up while you're trying to count. So it is kind of tough. But I just told them I'm bad at math. I just straight up told them I am bad at math. I'm gonna be super slow. I don't know. I don't know if that gave away, but I looked dumb. I looked kind of dumb, so I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure it didn't look like I was counting or something. Plus I also tried just flat betting. I played a little bit just flat betting. So I think that kind of that can kind of cover what I'm doing cuz cuz when you're counting the big obvious thing that you're counting is you're changing your bets, but I just flat bet the whole time just to get the feel, just to get the feel. You were talking about the loud what? I think June could wear no. We have this emote. I am kind of dumb. I don't know if I look dumb, but for some reason I don't think I look dumb, but there was this other guy. He was the second person to join the table after me. I was able to play a little bit on my own, and then this other guy joined. And so we were playing, and every time at the end of the shoe, he would let me cut the shoe. Okay, next shoe, he would let me cut it again. And then I can't remember when, but at some point he said, "It's lucky if a girl." Apparently, it's lucky if a girl cuts the shoe. And I didn't know how to break it. I didn't know how to break it to the dude. I don't think I look like a girl because I had my hair tied and I was wearing a dude's jacket. I was wearing a dude's jacket. So I don't think I look like a girl. I think I was wearing jeans. But yeah, I wanted to look like an average. I wasn't trying to stand out. I was trying to look like an average casino goer. And then he kept on asking me. And then when the dealer offered to have someone cut the shoe, he would always let me do it. And then he said, eventually he said like something like "ladies luck" or something. Ladies luck. And when other people came to the table, and then he offered, or like he told me to cut the shoe again. I said, I just told him, I just broke it to him. I said, I'm a guy, by the way. And then he was apologetic, but I do live in a, let's say, live in a blue state. So I think, I don't know, not like that I'm trying to look like, I don't know, he was probably just being polite. Plus, my nails are painted. It's partially my fault because I had painted nails, and when you're doing the signals, the hand signals and stuff, they're probably not looking at your face. They're probably just looking at the outline of your body and then your hand signals. So they probably thought I was a chick. But I was sounding like a guy. I felt, sometimes I don't feel like correcting people, because when I correct people, sometimes they feel bad. But of late, I've just been, it's not good to lie. I don't think I was lying by just existing, but after him letting me do it several times, and you know what, he might think, wait, this guy's a dude. He's giving us bad luck. He's giving us bad luck. So I just had to tell him, I'm a guy, by the way. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Other ladies joined the table, so those ladies got to cut the deck. But at one point, I was up $200. I was really up $200 at one point, but I kept on playing. I ended up winning the whole thing. I won like $12.50. So it was not a complete loss. It was not a complete loss. I won 12.50. That's more than some other. This girl is extra nuts. I had it tied like a man bun. I had a man bun. Ponytail for works. Give something to grab on for more leverage. You're not really paying attention to people's faces, I don't think. You're more focused on their hands. Or the dealer when you're looking at the dealer. I did get a lot of compliments from the dealers, from the ladies, for my nails. I think they're just being polite, cuz I do my own nails. This is something I I've just got in a habit of doing. I just do my nails now. It's just my thing. My thing is just I have fancy looking nails. I do have feminine hands. Really? Thank you. But yeah, I get complimented on my nails all the time, and then I just and when I tell them I do them myself, and they're shocked. Apparently, they look good. I don't know. I think if they paid more attention, they'll see it's a little rough, but I just like how they look. I'm not trying to go for perfection here. June is built as a sub to sub. Only if sub means like ultra masculine. There you go. I need a pretty June for real, for real. We should summon one right now. The only way to win is to set aside your winnings and not bet them. Because once you play what you intend to, you leave regardless of how much you win. See, that's not how a card counter. The way a card counter thinks is the same way a casino thinks. So a casino does not care if the casino loses every now and then. Because in the long run, like if they lose to a player, in the long run, if the player comes back, the casino will eventually win that back. So that is the same way a card counter is supposed to think. Doesn't matter if you win here and there. In the long run, if you keep on playing, eventually the win the winnings you win from you're going to win more than you lose. It's kind of hard to explain. But imagine a coin. So when you're flipping a coin, it's a 50% chance to be heads or tails, right? But when you flip it the first, let's say you flip it the first 5 times, it's not going to be a complete 50-50. Or like let's say you flip it the first 10 times. It won't be exactly 50-50, right? It might be 70-30, it might be 40-60. It will not always be 50-50. Even though the odds are 50-50. However, if you start flipping that like 100 times, 200 times, 500 times, eventually when you put all of that together, it's going to be 50-50. So the more you flip the coin, the more the odds reveal themselves. The more the odds become more obvious. So card counting is basically that, but instead of 50-50, it's more like a 49-51. So the card counter has a very small advantage over the casino. A very small advantage, very tiny advantage over the casino, but over the time, the more flips you make, the more hands you play, you will see the pattern coming up. And I can probably show it here. Because I do have like a what do you call this? A program. But I don't want it to dox. I don't want it to dox the casinos I've played at. So let me just create an artificial. Okay, here. This should be safe. This is not real money, okay? This is not my real money or anything. This is not real money. This is not anything. This is just a simulation, okay? This is just a simulation. Okay, we're just gonna run the simulation, okay? We're gonna run this simulation over here. That is unfortunate. That was a very bad one. I need to move you guys. If I can get a hold of you. I should move myself. Okay, let me sit myself here. So these are not optimal numbers. These are not optimal numbers here. But we're assuming we start with 25,000. So here, we're assuming that we start with 25,000. Each individual up and down, that's a win, that's a loss. So ups are wins, downs are losses. You're winning and losing, winning and losing, winning and losing. But over time, your winnings build up. So here, like for example, you start with 25,000 here. After, let's say, 50 hours, this is your expected value. After your expected value, this is just like your 50-50 number. So like this is the line where like the 50-50 line. Not exactly 50-50, but you get the point. You win and lose, but over time you're winning more than you lose, right? So After like certain hours, this year is like 500 hours. After 500 hours, if you can play 500 hours, if you can play realistically, you're probably not going to play 500 hours. Let's say this is 100 hours. This is not even bad. You're above the expected line here. So after 100 hours, your 25,000 has now grown to 48,000. Again, you need to be like playing this whole thing perfectly. You need to be playing perfectly, and you need to find a good game, basically. You need to find a good game. You need to play perfectly, but after 100 hours, and again, the rules here, I think the rules for this are pretty good. So that's why there's a decent thing here, but the more money you start with, basically the more money you can make. Isn't that how the world works? Isn't that how the world? The more money you start with, the more money you can make. Gonna get beat by the mob in Atlantic City. I thought in Atlantic City you have rights. I thought you have rights in Atlantic City. I think it's in tribal casinos that are a little more iffy. Unless the casinos in Atlantic City are all tribal. They'll use him as a streetwalker. What's a streetwalker? Phone books and toothpicks. You can cause a lot of pain without messing up looks. What do those do? Needles take less time. At least they do. I don't, wait, are you talking about? Are you trying to figure out ways to torture me? Need to get him off the hard stuff first. Opiate addiction can kill. The more Juwun throws me, the more aerodynamic I get. It's true. It's gonna be lost for a long... Lost how? But yeah, that's basically... That is basically what a card counter thinks, I guess. They're trying to play as many hours as possible. So it's not about winning big and then leaving. It's more like the casino. It's for the long term. You're in it for the long haul. You don't just win big ones and then leave. You try to get in as many hours as you can, but you have to figure again. I don't know what I'm doing. Ouch. I'm not an expert. So, what do I know? I need to use the bathroom. That's what I know. Juwun never keeps up. What do you mean? I'm keeping up with chat right now. Okay, I just need to pee real quick. I will be right back. I do now know where the break button is. So, be right back. Sorry about that. I didn't know the music wasn't playing. Was the music playing back there? It didn't look like there was any music playing when I got back, so I had to fix that, but I am back. So what did I miss? What conversation did I miss? I ordered a UMP45 figure off eBay. I'm trying to decide what scale RC vehicle I should buy to put her in. I have no idea what that is. It's 1 to 12 scale. Which vehicle is toss up still? I'm preoccupied seeing what type of horrible firearms. Isn't that illegal? Well, more power to you. Either Demo Ranch, Kentucky Ballistics, or One Shot TV did a video on that. I can't remember which. Everything. UMP45 is like, okay. It is a gun, right? Duh. Are they all they're all guns, right? It is a gun. Well, I want to see if I can. A lot of the time, when a video on that kind of thing typically skip over a huge number of steps and processes. Just to clarify, that is. I mean, I guess it depends where on where you are in Canada. If you're like in the middle of the wilderness, I guess it must be in a province or whatever where it's legal. But they're like super strict. They're super strict there with the guns and stuff. I think. But for now, no more yanking Juwun's tail. All right, go get food. What is this? Oh. It's for the crime family. need weapons somehow. Laws are to stop sales of guns. Oh, so you don't sell them, then you're good. Okay. Now I understand. Okay. Not illegal to make any gun. Well, time to start making. Time to start gunsmithing. You should check out Tim Sundles for a big bore gun stuff. Big bore gun. What is that like the hand cannon we saw last time? Is that like a YouTube channel or something? It's almost like the stream is supposed to be about Blackjack. Hello, Puffin. Hello. How are you doing? It's like booze, Jude. I can make it. I can use it for myself, but I can't sell it. Gotcha. Big caliber, dangerous game cartridges. Tim owns Buffalo Boy. Okay, YouTube channel. You know, I really like the idea of this whole card counting thing. If I can figure out a way if I can figure out a way to do this full time, I'm pretty sure I'd have more time to stream. I just go like on a bender, maybe for a few weeks or something. Just get those hours in, and then I should be good for money for a while. But it's not that uh, I don't know. I've just been nursing. So far, I'm not. ℚ𝕙𝕒𝕟𝕑 would be okay. Here's the thing: I can just pretend I'm doing travel nursing. I can just pretend I'm doing travel nursing. It's that easy. I can just hide it. It would be so nice. But what is I saying? Yeah, it's not like nursing is not hard. Nursing is not nursing is not hard labor. I mean, at most the hardest thing you're gonna do is lift someone. But for the most part, you're just feeding meds to people. But I don't know. I never really wanted to get into nursing in the first in the first place. And it's just starting to weigh on me. But there are seasons. There are seasons of ups and downs. Right now I'm not hating it that much, but there are some times, bro, is it can be like it's not unbearable. It's not an unbearable type of job. It's just the anxiety. The anxiety of like these people's lives are fortunately no one's ever died under my watch. At least no one who is not expecting to die. Sometimes you've got patients that are expected to die. They're like on what you call comfort care. They're in hospice, so they're expected to die. But so far, I've had no one ever die on my watch or something horrible happen. So far, nothing horrible's happened. But just like gambling, it's bound to happen. It's bound to happen, and it's that thought. It's that thought that keeps on. It just makes me very anxious. Is what it does. If I can find like a career, I guess that pays just as good, and I don't have to have this thought of doom looming over my head. I don't know, but my job's pretty easy, so who am I to complain? Is it still illegal if it just? That's a good question. If it's a gift, would it be illegal? We have to go back to our gun arc. I still need to buy that shotgun. Also, if I'm traveling with a lot of money, I'm gonna need a shotgun. Okay, probably not a shotgun. But if you're traveling with a lot of money, especially if you're playing blackjack for a living, you're gonna be holding a lot of money with you. That's the tough part because different states have different laws, and if you're traveling from state to state, that can be an issue. Gifts is still a transfer of ownership. Transfer is what's illegal. Oh, not the sale. Very tricky. Mhm. Now, what you could do is sell the raw material. There's always a workaround, I guess. That makes sense. How would the legislators fix that? How would a legislator find a workaround against that? That's the thing. No matter how many laws you make, people are always gonna find a way around it. So what do you do? You don't do anything, you just let it be. That is kind of a that is a very interesting way to put things. You're not selling a gun. You're not transferring a gun either. I guess they could just ban the transfer of the parts, but then you'd have to define the parts. And that will make things a lot harder for everyone in general cuz defining the parts is going to be difficult, and a lot of other things might fall under the definition too, like spraying. Don't tell me you can't sell springs now without a permit. It's kind of crazy, like the stuff going in the UK. I mean, this is probably like super dated, but aren't they like banning ninja swords now in the UK? Everything is illegal now. Oh, excuse me. I just yawned there. That really good one they used in Myanmar for the last decade or so is made from a pipe, a nail, and some circular lamps. Is it an actual gun or like a dart? A nail thrower. A nail gun. What even constitutes a gun? What is the definition of a gun? Is a nail gun even a gun? Excuse me. Wow. I wonder how ℚ𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕟𝕒𝕒 doing. I haven't really checked what of ℚ𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒's doing, but he used to complain about nursing too. I wonder if I can get over it. I really need to get over it. Please, I'm getting over it. Either that or I need to master this blackjack deal. But again, I don't see this as happening. This is not a sprint thing for me. This is more like a marathon. I'm gonna have to do this over the course of like a year or something. It's called the FGC9, Juwun. It has a Wikipedia article because it had such an effect. Let's look it up. FGC. I'm gonna have to change the title of this stream to just a yappage. Just a regular plain old yappage stream. It hasn't really turned into whoa, that's a cute looking thing. And you're saying this is built from oh, it's a printed gun. Very nice. Now you still have time for blackjack. We'll see. It's getting up there. I'm surprised we lasted this long. We'll see how far we're able to go because we have to make up for time. It's been a while. This gun was designed to not require any potentially regulated firearm parts. There you go. In order to enable people in countries with restrictive gun control laws to manufacture it with little or no legal trouble. The weapon is a mix of fabricated 3D printed parts, easily manufactured metal pressure bearing parts, and readily available springs, screws, nuts, and bolts. The total cost of production, assuming the user already has a 3D printer, is less than $500. That is, well, that is not a $500 looking gun, but seeing as you made it yourself. Very interesting. Now, does this count as a handgun or a rifle? That is very weird to consider. I mean, you can't see what I'm looking at, but it's a gun. Oh, hello, hello. Hello, Lulu viewers. Lulu Tila, thank you, thank you. How was your stream? Hello, Benzine. Hello, Lulu. Long time no. Long time no see. Again, I haven't streamed in a long time. I'm glad you had fun. Everyone, check Lulu's channel. Let me see if I know how to if I know to link a channel. There we go. I hope the link is working. Is the link working? There you go. Go check her channel out. She plays a lot of retro games. I know Juwun got a call from Mr. Google says, no more Yankee or wanky. What's that supposed to mean? I think it qualifies as a pistol or short-barreled carbine, depending on if it has a stock on it or not. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know the difference. I don't know what half of those words mean. By the way, for those who just tuned in, I was yapping about Blackjack. I should be training Blackjack, but I am sleepy. What is a stock? What is a brace? Exactly. How do you define these things? You know, during my spare time at work, I do open up my app and play a little bit of Blackjack just for practice. But bro, I am so sleepy. Well, I'm not super sleepy right now, but playing Blackjack during your break at work makes you sleepy. So I lose the count. It just makes me more sleepy. And I don't think I'm learning anything. What I do when I'm sleepy at work is I get up and take a walk around. And that typically helps. Let me fix this here. All right, there. I moved the camera a bit. I don't think it was getting a good view of my face because I kept on wincing. Wincing for some reason. Wait, I just realized Lulu can raid. Is she monetized now? Are you what? Wow. Very congratulations. You know what? I am slow. I am very slow. I am a little bit of the dum-dum. But congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Good job. Congrats. We should party. I don't have party sound effects. I am not a professional. I am not a professional streamer. But just imagine party. Yay. Let's see. I don't have any toggles for a party. That is just raising my hand. That's a just toggle. I know I have a sparkle there somewhere. Oh wait, there. That wasn't exactly sparkles, but you got the deal. Congrats. Good job. It's good to see the flavor is still alive after all these years. Juwun is a professional bully target. He loves being teased. I am not a bully. I am not a bully target. I am the bullier here. I am the supreme bully around here. It's 37 degrees Fahrenheit. The world hates me. Are you working outside? Pacing around enjoyer. That is how you stay awake. That is how you stay awake. You have to get the blood flowing. So what if I am sleepy and I just stay on my chair? This has happened so many times. I've done this before where I'm working on patient charts, or I'm doing my documentation. I'm doing my charting. And I'm like super sleepy, and when I wake up, I don't know what I'm doing. I kind of like drift slowly into sleep. And then when I wake up, I have typed a bunch of nonsense. That has happened to me more than I'd want to admit. But that is something that is a thing. That is a thing that happens and continues to happen. I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but I'm pretty sure if there are other healthcare workers in in the chat, you can verify this for me. If it also happens to you. I have typed in a bunch of I remember so many times like writing a note and then just like nodding off while writing the note, and then when I come to, I have just wrote a bunch of gibberish. It's a good thing it's not saved. Otherwise, I'd be typing gibberish into the patient's permanent record. Juwun's a bully in the sense that he tries to shit. Sorry. As stock, and when one of us tells him to sit, he drops to the ground and meows. When have I ever done that? I do what I please. I am the lord of this chat. I needed Juwun to face around me. Sure. Are you ready? Can you do this? Unmatched speed. I am speed itself. There you go. Now I'm awake. Now I feel better. No, I work on a riverboat. That's a thing. There are riverboat casinos. I have just discovered this. Riverboat casinos are a thing. How does that work? Wait, what does that mean? Is a type of casino on a riverboat. Duh. That is wow. So how does that work? Is it like a cruise? It has to be like a cruise, right? Why are there so many AI pictures on the internet? And why are there AI pictures of riverboat casinos? We say tied up to shore. We're a boat because that's how the law used to be written. Also, they don't move. It's just the aesthetic. Well, they look very nice. Interesting. Very interesting. It would be funny if it's an actual boat going down the river. And if you run out of money, what do you do? What do you do when you run out of money? You can't just leave the boat. Are there ATMs? Are there ATMs in the riverboat? That would be a lot. I don't know the ethics. I don't know how the ethics would be, but if that were the case, it would be a little unethical. As if casinos already weren't unethical. As I understand it, riverboat casinos were started to bypass anti-gambling laws. Oh, so that okay. They changed it so casinos could be within 1,500 feet of the shore 2 years. Oh, recently. Very recent. Interesting. Yeah, I was wondering if it used to be a way around local gambling laws. Like you said earlier. Like Count said earlier about working around selling guns. There's always a way around the laws. There's ATMs in the casinos. There's a boat casino out of Miami that goes out for 2 hours at a time. Walk the flag. If they run out of money, they just walk the flag. Now you're trapped. You have to play. What do you do? What else is there to do? Are there like rooms? Is it also like a hotel? I mean, it's a cruise ship. So I'm guessing there are like rooms. Well, it looked more like a ferry than a cruise ship, but what do I know about boats? What do I know about boats? There is, but these are just tests to see if we can get the bullets to work. So it'll be fine. I'm a little lost. Juwun, if you were anyone, you're Princess Jasmine, Chad is Jafar. There's no Aladdin though. What is the plot of Aladdin again? Was Jafar trying to marry Jasmine? I don't remember that part. What was he trying to get out of the marriage with Jasmine? He wanted to be the sultan. Did he want to be the sultan? I don't remember the plot, to be honest with you. I remember that Aladdin's wish, he wanted to be a prince or something. What is the plot of Aladdin? I should know this. I played Kingdom Hearts 2. Let's see. The plot of Aladdin is Aladdin is a street rat. He has a pet monkey and he steals bread. He's so good at stealing, they ask him to steal the genie's lamp. Am I correct? Am I correct? He's so good at stealing stuff. They ask him to steal the genie lamp, but he takes the genie lamp for himself, and then he likes Jasmine, I think. So he wishes to be a prince. That's also why there's no windows in casinos. The light is always sort of early twilight levels. It lowers people's inhibitions due to the wow. Well, if you didn't think casinos were unethical enough, they really that's the thing. They stack everything against the player. It's 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 kind of sad that I don't know. I've only heard stories. I don't know if this really happens, but they get customers drunk because there's free alcohol. They get them drunk and let them continue playing. They don't stop them. I think some casinos would stop them, but a lot of casinos don't stop their drunk customers from playing, which has to be some kind of unethical deal thing. Plot of Disney's Aladdin is street thief wants to F the wayward princess. Okay, I think I remember the plot correctly then. Lack of windows also help people lose track of time. Now that I think of it, there are no clocks. There are no clocks in casino, and plus, they don't let you look at your phone. I guess some places might let you, but I know the place I played in, they don't let you use your phone at the table. Jafar imprisons Jasmine in a harem outfit intends to marry her, yeah. There's also a scene with the chains and cuffs that affected a lot of people's development. I need to look this up. Jasmine. Aladdin. Wait, she was already wearing something. She was already wearing like a two-piece, yeah. She already had her like belly exposed. See, what I remember is that with the Jafar situation, it just turned red. It's the same thing, but it's red. That's what I remember. Crazy stuff. Yeah, one of the rules the MIT card counting group had back in the day was not to drink at all. Oh yeah, if you're card counting, you don't want to drink. You don't want anything to affect your cognitive abilities. If anything, you're probably drinking coffee. Low status dude wants to shag high status hot chick, so he fakes it till he makes it. There you go. But her dad was like super incompetent. I feel like the Sultan. The Sultan didn't even know what he was doing. He was just like Santa Claus or or something like that. Just happy all the time and listening to Jafar, the most obviously evil looking dude. And he just goes with it. I need a Juwun to fight to the death and casinos for real. Imagine going to the casino and then when it's your turn, you shout very loudly, "Ore no Tano!" Or let's do duel. My turn. Draw. Monster card. Draw. Monster card. Is that scene in Yu-Gi-Oh where Yugi is fighting Weevil, and then Basaka Soru. I think was it Berserker Soul? He uses Berserker Soul. Is it right? Berserker. Berserker. So Yu-Gi-Oh. It is Berserker Soul. And he was using what is the Wizard Knight? That scene. That is the best scene. I believe in the original Japanese dub, he actually kills Weevil, right? He actually kills Weevil in that scene, but they I guess they make it look like Weevil survives in the English dub. But in the original Japanese, Weevil actually dies, right? The Japanese dub is just a lot crazier. No one forces people. Yeah, they offer the drinks. Just like no one forces them to get. No one, yeah, they're there on their own volition. But once they're drunk, don't like bars where their customers are drunk. They don't offer them any more drinks, right? It's not okay. I'm not a bar goer. I'm not a bar goer, so I don't really know what goes on in bars. But don't they stop drunk customers from drinking more? I did have someone threaten to come down here and knife fight me on the top deck a couple years back. Was the guy drunk? You've activated my trap card. Blackjack. That would be so fun if I was ever in a table with someone who was playing blackjack that way. That would be a lot of fun. When someone's intoxicated, we do escort them out. Same standards as bar. That's good to know. It was some tough guy on what's it? Facebook? What's FB? Facebook? Facebook. And they wanted to fight you on the boat for some reason. They didn't like how you fixed their machine or something. How does that work? How does someone on Facebook pick a fight? You know, Facebook is weird. I've never really been to Facebook. But everything I hear about Facebook is like it's just full of AI now. Yeah, he didn't like that I banned him from my page for being homophobic. Facebook is a crazy place. I don't know. I don't know what's like in Facebook anymore. Are there even VTubers on Facebook? That would be funny. Imagine VTubers on Facebook. Facebook is now like the retirement home of social networks. MySpace. Yeah, it's a modern day MySpace. MySpace was fun for a bit because you could mess around with your profile page. How so? Is MySpace still a thing? I don't think I've never even used MySpace. It's a very cool name though. MySpace. That's like YouTube tier. What is it? MySpace.com. Why is my internet so slow? Is it because I live in the middle of nowhere? I feel like my internet should be somewhat decent. Whatever. Okay, something's happening. Okay, so the page still exists. It still exists. There's a news page. Connect with people. Wow, there are people with pages. Jimmy Kimmel. What do I know about? I don't know anything about socials anyway. 2019 was peak Facebook. All the good pages died during COVID. It's pretty much dead now. There's so many ads, it's almost unusable. It's good for hobby stuff and keeping up with older family. That's about it. Facebook just sucked from the get go. Really? I'm trying to think what Facebook was from the start, and I'm trying to rack my brain for the plot of the what is the name of that movie? The Mark Zuckerberg movie. Not Mark Zuckerberg, but the Facebook movie. Social network? Something. I don't know. For some reason I feel like it was hip. When Facebook first started, it was hip. But then the old people started using Facebook, and then the image of Facebook now, and has been for a while, it's the old people social media. all the kids are using Instagram, which is owned by Facebook too, but Instagram is for the young people. All the old people use Facebook. Welcome back with the foods. Are you sharing? That hurts. I've done my best to keep Warhammer 40k humor alive. Wait, what did I miss? It's pretty much dead now. There's so many ads. It's unrunnable. What did I miss? MySpace is owned by a different company now. Old accounts are gone. It's mainly music related stuff. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like pictures of musicians. I need a joke to face my book. What book are you talking about? Do you want a book in your face? Is that what you want? You want a book in your face? It's not that it's for old people. It's that everyone who uses Facebook got old. It can't be that old. Is Facebook really that old? I think it's just a lot of old people started using Facebook. I'm not sure when they started using Facebook, but you know how old the old grannies that love the AI pictures and they think it's real. You know, that type of stuff. The high customization of MySpace was kind of one of the things that killed it. It was basically impossible to make all that literal HTML secure without breaking people's layouts. I don't really get what the I don't really get what that means. Were people coding their own page? Is that what it was? People were coding their own pages? Yum Yum says Maplewood smoked moose and salted pike with carrots, corn, beans, peas, dried button mushrooms, slices of bell pepper, and jalapeno bread bowl. Dessert is 2 slices of marble bread. Sounds really good. I'm honestly getting hungry now. I usually don't eat at night because it makes me sleepy. I opened my Facebook account in 2005 when I was in college in Memphis. That's when everyone is that when Facebook? Let's look. When was Facebook created? I feel like it's around that time. 2004. So it was around that time. I know Facebook was created in the early 2000s. Yes, you could HTML code your page on MySpace. That was the major appeal. So for coders. Hello, Hat. Hello, hello. Welcome. It's been a long time. I know the title says Blackjack, but apparently I've been too busy yapping. I've been too busy yapping to actually touch Blackjack. So I'm probably gonna have to change the title of the stream. We did chat about Blackjack a little bit. When I make foods, it's real foods, not processed crap Juwun is used to. Don't say that. Corned beef is is fine dining. There's a reason I can lure Milk Bell into my cave with food. I know I missed everyone too. I've missed streaming. But my situation makes it difficult for me to stream. So I don't know if there's gonna be another dry spell after this. I don't even know how long I can stream. I might have, like I said earlier, I might have to end abruptly. But we're going so far for now. Good plays gambling. Juwun has reiterated his promise to accept any gift I get him on my birthday, so I'm taking semi-reasonable suggestions. No, you. If it's your birthday, you should get yourself something. Don't go too crazy. Corned beef is good when it's actual corned beef and not just canned corned beef. I'm talking about canned corned beef. What do you mean? I don't know how to corn beef. I needed June to throw me around for a few hours. For real, for real. Sure. You ready? I can throw you a mile if you want. For a few hours, I will juggle you. You see, Juwun, that's processed crap, but it tastes good. I get myself things all the time. I literally never wait when I want something. Well, make sure you're also saving up for the future. Gotta boil that brisket. Canned corned beef is no good. I don't know. I like the taste. I like to cuddle with Juwun, but then I'm a sappy. When I'm super when I'm super big, I will have my own line of dakis. Nah, I don't well, I don't want to count my chickens before. I don't want to count my chickens before they've turned into dinosaurs. You know. Objectively correct count. Canned corned beef is trash. To each their own. Canned corned beef is great. I love canned corned beef. The taste of most of them is okay, but it has too much salt. That is the thing. I love salt. Am I the only person that eats their fruit with salt? Because someone saw me eating my fruit with salt and they were like offended. I wouldn't say offended, but they gave a reaction like, ew. I eat my fruit with salt, like oranges. Oranges taste good with salt. Apples taste good with soy sauce. Have you ever had apples with soy sauce? Apples with soy sauce taste really good, especially the granny apples. Granny apples with soy sauce, very, very, very good. Sometimes you just need a lot of salt and things. Hey, that's how they used to pay. That's how they used to pay. What do you call this? Roman legionnaires. They paid Roman legionnaires in salt. So when you think about it, when you sprinkle salt in your food, just think about you spreading actual money on your food. That is actual money that you're spreading on your food. Forget gold flakes. Those have no nutritional value. Salt has actual nutritional value. I like green apples. There you go. Green apples with salt. But I like soy sauce better. Green apples with soy sauce is super good. Mangoes with salt. Mangoes with salt. Mangoes with soy sauce. Soy sauce is just basically salt with a couple more steps. A couple more flavorful steps. But that's what soy sauce is. I salt my green beans in my water. Salt is good with the greens with okra. Soy sauce is better than salt with okra. Soy sauce and okra. Soy sauce and broccoli. Soy sauce and broccoli. Salt and broccoli. Soy sauce and everything related to broccoli. So Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, asparagus. Is asparagus related to broccoli? Whatever. Everything related to broccoli. I needed Juwun to spread salt on my food. That's better than spreading salt on you. It's better than cutting you open than spreading salt on you. So I will take that. I will spread your salt for you. As long as it's not over an open wound. And for a time, specific slugs were worth 10 times. What do you mean slugs? What are they? Is it because of the slime? The slime was like a moisturizer. Let me guess. Let me guess. The slime is a moisturizer. Something tells me Juwun's never had real butter. What do you mean? Are you talking about raw butter or just regular plain old Kerrygold Irish butter? Whatever the fancy stuff is. Korean salted shrimp. I've never had Korean salted shrimp. I'm not a big fan of kimchi. Don't stone me, but I'm not a really big fan of kimchi. It's not that I don't like fermented stuff, but a lot of fermented stuff I don't like. Slug is in a measure of salt. Oh, so slug is a measure of salt. I didn't even know that. I just know that salary, the word salary comes from the word salt or sal. That's where we get the word salary. Because that was the salary of the Roman legionnaires. Slug is in the bugs that F up gardens. So it was a slug. Is it because the slime? They use the slime as a moisturizer, right? The slime is like moisturizer or some kind of ancient cream. I should know this. I should know this. I was there back in the day. Oh, because one slug is a mass measurement equivalent to 32.2 pounds. That's a big slug. Imagine a slug that size. Not just the mollusk. The shotgun slug. What are the size of the shotgun be? A specific set were used to make purple dye. Oh, okay. Well, that's not a slug then. That's a snail. Wasn't that a snail? Let me look at that. I'm pretty sure that was like porphyra or something. No, that's not it. It is like purple in it or something. Roman purple. Sea snails. That's right, sea snails. Are sea snails... I know the difference between slugs and snails are the shell. Murex snails. So many AI pictures. Why is the internet so full of AI pictures? They have a very fancy looking shell too. The blood of the snail is a fancy purple. Look at that. I mean, you can't see it. You can't see it, just imagine it. Ah, snails then. Yes, sea snails have shells. I'm getting a picture right now. That's right. That's the thing. Like the internet is so full of AI pictures. It's kind of sad, but there are good uses for... Like there are some good uses for... I mean, AI has its place. Even generative AI. I'm sure like generative AI also has its place. However, I feel like it's just sometimes it's just too much. like in the hands of a skilled, not exactly skilled, but knowledgeable person, artist, generator, whatever, it can be good, but just too many people are just making random stuff. Like that Elon Musk, the the Elon Musk breathing Elon's Musk. That latest song, it was posted on the Discord too, but that song, at first I thought it was really cool. Wow, this song is very very nice. The AI art was very nice. The AI video was nice too, but then it got stuck in my head, and now I kind of resent the song now because whenever it gets in my head, I can't just let it go. Wait, what happened? I was gifted something an hour ago.
Cow. Thank you, thank you.
Check the flavor Discord and see high quality AI slot. That song is like a gigantic earworm, you know. I was at work. I was at work and the song just kept on popping in my head. It was so annoying. I was trying to think and then the song was just stuck there. What just happened on Throne? It was an hour ago. Oh, you got. I missed it. Well, thank you. Thank you, I guess. What you got? I saw the cat girl one too. Ah. You know, I'm like super behind. Not super behind, but I missed that. I missed that. That was like an hour ago. Well, thank you, thank you. What you got? I saw the cat girl one, but I don't want to listen to it too much because it might get stuck in my head. Did that one have music on it too? I can't remember. But the Elon Musk one is just so catchy. But thank you, gone for 2 hours. I don't know if I'll still be streaming that. I'm surprised I'm still live now. But catch you later if I'm still here. Oh, you're making AI pictures right now. I misread that. What AI pictures are you making? Let's see them. That's how we know Juwun was a concubine to the Roman emperor because of his purple robe. I'm just I'm just that rich, yo. I'm just that loaded. I am royalty. Okay, let's see this AI slot. Oh wow. Amanda's literally streaming Blackjack right now. I did not know that. Show it on the screen. Cooking with Darth Maul. You know, the thing that I find annoying with AI is how sometimes the AI can't just focus. There there's something with the AI where I can't spell. Okay, let's see.
Get without resurrect.
Why is it not showing? All right, let's make it small so we're not so we won't be accused of content theft. Let's make it smaller. I think I'm winning though. Even though I haven't touched the Blackjack trading app. I still think I'm winning. See, this is what annoys me. Also, ever since I updated OBS, I lost my marker. You know, before I had I had a highlighter which I can highlight things. This is my pet peeve with AI. Look at his eyes.
So, cooking has been my passion for a while. I can get without resurrecting an entire murder coven. Mother with the force and gently draw out.
I'm confused.
Enchanted by the...
Is that a Star Wars thing? I don't remember seeing those Star Wars things. You might get banned. Post them on. Oh wait, does Discord also have those restrictions on the Discord?
An entire murder coven.
There, that's it. The eyes. It's the eyes.
Extremely dead. But the recipe survived.
There's something about the eyes that are annoying. It's like an itch that you can't find. Like you don't know where the itch is coming from. All you know is the itch is there. And it's the eyes. You know all those AI ads? There are so many AI ads on YouTube nowadays. And the person they're two people talking to each other, but they don't look like they're looking at each other. You get those ads too. Like they're supposedly talking to each other, but their eyes are just not focused. And it's not unnerving. It isn't unnerving. It's not disturbing at all, but it's annoying. That's the word. It's annoying. It's meant to be crazy eyes where the eyes are degrading. I need a June to scratch my hair. Okay, come here. Scratch your hair for you. Hair scratching ASMR. I'm scratching your hair right now. Imagine your hair being scratched. Okay, I'm not an ASMR artist, so I don't know how to do that.
We kept it exactly the same. Well, as close as you can get without resurrecting an entire murder coven.
Mother.
ℏ𝕗's blood moon cream
Is that Mother tells us blood moon cream cheese? You know, if this came out like 5 years ago, it would be like super impressive. But now that we know AI exists, a lot of...
Because regular cheese doesn't scream under the moon.
Oh, it's a goat.
While the broth reaches its final form, we'll prepare the rest of the victims.
See, it's not annoying when it's looking at you. The eyes seem to be right, but when it's looking at someone else or looking to the side.
Layer the noodles first. They form the base, supporting whatever you impose.
Those are just black worms.
Now the rank meat, you slice it thinner than sieve. Patience, make vulnerable and exposed.
Those are pretty good looking slices of meat. These mushrooms are not edible though. Those look like amanitas, the ℏ𝕗𝓼𝕒𝕟𝕒. They look like ℏ𝕗𝕗𝓼𝕒𝕟.
Then layer the toppings like building an empire. Each one bows.
What am I looking like? Let's see. What are those ℏ𝕗𝓌𝓊𝓃? ℏ𝕗𝓌𝓊𝓃. Is it this one?
Indiana gonna win, baby!
We're in Florida asking people what they put their money on! I'm all in on OK!
Like, these are like super high quality AI, but the eyes just annoy me for some reason. They're not even disturbing, they're just annoying. Fresh manatee. But you can see that the quality of the AI is pretty good. But it's the eyes. It's always the eyes. Of course. The eyes here are like super messed up. This isn't what I used to break Kara and get him addicted to AI, but it's the same quality. I think the crab is funny all the same. Actual fun fact, you substitute the ingredients with the real ones, and what they make is not bad. Really? What's up with these guys? with this guy's gyno.
Indiana gonna win, baby!
We're in Florida asking people what they put their...
See, while the camera is moving, you don't your brain kind of fills in the spots, but once you pause it, everyone just looks like demons.
Money on! I'm all in on OKC!
Indiana got that
Of course, it's also a betting app.
dog in them!
Will egg prices go up this month?
I think we'll hit $20. How many hurricanes do you think we'll have this year? Kalshi lets you legally trade.
It's very impressive, but I'm thinking about the other Kalshi ads where people are talking to each other.
Anything, anywhere in the U.S. Okay, say.
It's when people are talking to each other that is like super disturbing. Where's my mouse?
OKC!
I'm not the only one who gets these ads, right? There is a Kalshi ad where
if history has taught us anything,
The group chat!
you know it's going, and there's no short.
that's not it, but you know what I'm talking about. It's when people are supposedly talking to each other, but it looks like they're just looking past each other, and it's super annoying. Its eyes look into the camera. When they look at the camera, it's not that disturbing, but when they're supposedly looking at each other, when they're talking to another person, and they're supposed to be looking at each other, and it looks like they're just looking past each other. That's a part that's annoying. It's supposed to be watching the goof idea of a Sith Lord teaching cooking. I was never really into Star Wars, so I don't know anything about Darth Maul. And where was there? There was a dragon in that video. What is a dragon? Star Wars is alright, personally. I don't really get anything about Star Wars. I mean, I guess I know some things about Star Wars, but I'm not like super interested in learning about Star Wars. Well, does the furball know anything about Shrek? Let me see if I can tell you the plot of the first movie. So the plot of the first movie is that Lord Farquaad, for whatever reason, wants to rescue the princess. and then he wants to evict Shrek, but Shrek is very strong, so he strikes a deal with Shrek. Correct me if I'm wrong. To rescue the princess for him. So he goes and rescues the princess. He gets accompanied by a talking donkey. They go and rescue the princess. He takes the princess back with him to Lord Farquaad. However, they've learned that the princess at night, or is it the full moon? At night, the princess turns into an ogre. And so Lord Farquaad doesn't want this. So a scuffle ensues or something like that. But she is hoping that True Love's Kiss will break the spell. And so the True Love's Kiss was with Shrek. But the spell was broken, but now she's permanently an ogre. Because the friends that we made along the way were the ogres. Amen. Something something Force or Jedi and Sith are both evil and they truth be told. I have seen like videos on the latest.
Thank you, thank
We
you.
need a shock button to make Juwun. I am reading chat.
ボタン to make June read chat.
I am reading chat. What do you mean? Check the flavor cord and see one that might make it easier for you. From what I understand though, like the new Star Wars stuff is making the Jedi look bad. Because they did some suspicious stuff back in the day. But if I understand this correctly, the original plan was for like a duality type of thing. The George Lucas original plan was like the Jedi are good and the Sith are bad. But the modern interpretation is that both of them are neither good nor bad. Sometimes the Jedi are good, sometimes the Jedi are bad, sometimes the Sith are good, sometimes they're bad. I think it was better as a duality. Have you ever seen the original book that Shrek is based off? I didn't even know that there was a Shrek book. All I knew is that Shrek is based off Andre the Giant. Farquaad wants to get rid of all non-humans, but he needs to be okay. I remember that now. One must be balanced with both light and darkness. I'm pretty sure that exists in Star Wars. I'm tempted to say Grey Knights, but the Grey Knights are a Warhammer thing. So I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure there was an in-betweener. The new Star Wars stuff is making Star Wars look bad. It does say so, but it's not its own thing. I don't know. I felt like there was like an in-between type of thing. Grey Knights or whatever. I've seen this one. The Shrek Vietnam War. I've seen this channel. That one was good. Yeah, that one was good. They also did like Harry Potter in Vietnam. That one was funny. Hello, Chris Tooley. Hello. The title is like clickbait. I was supposed to be practicing blackjack, but here I am yapping. Too busy yapping to practice blackjack. I should be practicing some blackjack, but I'm just too busy yapping. Let's see. This was the blackjack I was supposed to be practicing. Okay, let's. But I'm too busy yapping to practice some blackjack. Maybe in a little bit. I need to rearrange things. You should be here. There. When the time comes. They're called Grey Jedi. Grey Jedi. I feel like they're called Grey Knights, but I'm pretty sure that's a Warhammer thing. Grey Jedi. That's right. Grey Jedi. That is a weird. Why are they called Jedi then? Could they also be called Grey Sith? That was what I used to break Kara. Modern Star Wars makes me sad. Well, I was never like a big fan of Star Wars, so it doesn't hit me that hard, but I I feel your I can't exactly say I feel your pain, but my condolences. I'm sure it is very saddening to see your favorite franchise get butchered. The predecessors, they did Harry Potter as a World War II documentary. That one was good. The predecessors to Jedi were required to be balanced. If anyone went too far in one direction, they'd send them to the light or dark moon. Something like that. Oh, light or dark moon. Is that where the force comes from? From the light or the dark moon? Is it an actual moon? Or a place just called the moon? Because the moon the moon has a dark and a light side. I guess that was intentional. And when they started favoring the light side, resulting in the dark Jedi when effing off to keep the balance and ultimately met up with a Sith. Oh, so there were dark Jedi. Interesting. Sith is a race. Then how come they all look different? How come some Sith look like humans and some Sith have tentacles on their face? And some Sith have horns. And some Sith are like a robot. How is that a race? Excuse me. Too much lore, the Star Wars. Star Wars is really old, so of course, obviously there's gonna be a lot of lore. The only real like space shows, or I guess space opera. The space opera I really followed or watched is probably, does Firefly count? Firefly is more like a space western, but Firefly is probably the best. And then there's also Battlestar Galactica. And Battlestar Galactica is really cool. I'm not talking about the original. I'm talking about the one from the 2000s. Because I've never seen the original, but Battlestar Galactica, that was very nice. I really like the premise. How the robot slaves rebelled against humanity, but that's like a very common theme. How like robots rebel against humanity. What is super interesting is that the robots become religious. Like that is super unique. What other show has done that? The Cylons, they develop sentience and they rebel against the humans, and the humans who are like polytheists, and the robots, they develop monotheism, which is like wild. That's crazy. And they're the bad guys, quote unquote bad guys, because it becomes confusing. It becomes a little confusing because the end. Okay, I hope I'm not spoiling anything for anyone. But at the end of of the series, it looks like Adam, the first human being, was actually a robot. Wait, let me make sure I'm remembering this correctly. Was Adam a Cylon? I'll have to refresh my memory on this. Either he was like, because the Cylons figured out how to create flesh robots. They figured out how to create flesh robots, and the flesh robots were able to infiltrate the humans. They were all robots. Really? Because I remember there were angels too. Like, for example, Starbuck was an angel. She was neither a robot or a human. She was an angel. The ending was a little confusing there, but I think Starbuck was an angel, right? Wasn't Starbuck an angel? I can't remember. I think she was an angel or something. She was not a robot. It is so confusing, but it's a nice show. I like how they treat well. It's obviously in the title Battlestar Galactica, but they treat it like a battleship. So when they're fighting, it's like a battleship fighting. It's very very nice. And how they jump from planet to planet. That is so cool too. There are some episodes where they have to refill in resources. They have to steal water from planets, and some of these planets are habitable, but they're looking for the original planet where the humans came from. And then the reason it's so confusing because they were already worshiping the Greek gods, right? They were worshiping the Greek gods, and the reason why they worship the Greek gods is because when they go back to the original planet, that is where you can see the constellations. The constellations are on the original planet, but they go back to the original planet, and they that's where humanity starts. But it makes you wonder: is this a loop? And it was a loop, right? It was a loop. I can't remember the ending, but Battlestar Galactica was wild. Firefly is like probably the best show on I've ever watched on TV. The best series or TV drama, whatever you call it. Firefly is just so good. It's like an anime, but live action. It's like the live action version of Cowboy Bebop. It is the real live action version of Cowboy Bebop, which is kind of wild because they came out around the same time, right? Cowboy Bebop and Firefly, they came around the same time. I'm getting really sleepy. Ah, and we haven't even played Blackjack yet. Should we play a little bit of Blackjack? I need to use the bathroom though. I'm gonna use the bathroom and maybe we'll play Blackjack. We'll see. But I've been drinking a lot of water. Be right back. Hello, I have returned. Hello, Neo. Hello. Excuse me. Of course, I left my water. I went to refill my water, use the bathroom, and I forgot my water. Oh well. All right, get it twisted. What are we twisting? Are we finally blackjacking? Okay, let's see. I'm getting really sleepy. So let's see if my brain can work. I think we'll have to excuse me. Wow, that was a loud burp. I'm so sorry. I think that was the most audible burp. That was probably the most audible burp I've ever done on stream. I apologies. Okay. It is pretty late. Juwun will never play games. What do you mean? Kara doesn't play games either. Okay, we're just gonna practice. Let's see. We're just gonna practice. What is this? Running count. Okay, let's try this. We're just gonna practice. Oh, this is slow. Okay, we're good so far. All right, we're good. We're doing. We're going. We're surviving. Dang. Juwun's not a real gamer. I think I missed something there. It was 0. I knew it. I knew it was 0. Mind you, this is not even fast. I could be wrong. Okay, I'm not wrong. Oh, this is good. This is really good. Now, if only this were a real game. Still not bad. Okay, we're going down. All right. Let's practice something else. Let me guess. I'm guessing at this point now because I missed. It was 7. Okay. Let's train something else. I'm just warming up, okay? It's the middle of the night. It's the middle of the night. We're just practicing. Practice throwing skill for no particular. I'm not throwing this. I have nothing to throw. Okay, basic strategy. This is a soft 19 versus 8. We stand. There you go. You stand. You hit. This is soft 18. You double. This is soft 20. You stand. Okay, you double. There you go. Let's see. This is 9 versus 10. I'm gonna have to hit. There we go. Am I good? Okay, I think I'm good. 14 versus a 9. See, I need to think faster. I'm very slow. Okay, see, I have to add this. So this is 14 versus 3. I have to stand. 15 versus 10. Can I surrender? I think I can surrender. There you go. I can surrender. 15 versus 3, you stand. 16 versus 5, you stand. 4, you have to hit. 10, you double, right? You double. 11 doubles. Okay. Oh, this is I double. Okay, good. How much longer should I do this? Hit. This is a 9, I double. 13 versus 6, I stand. 13 versus again. Oh, I split. 17 versus 8, stand. 6 versus 3, I split. 8 versus 4, I hit. Okay, very good. All right, we're about to get there. We're warming up. Why is it so hot? Is it hot because we're warming up? Okay, now we'll practice. We're gonna practice deck estimation. Oh my goodness, I forgot how much I hate deck estimation. So this is 2.5. So that is. Oh my goodness. This is one of the harder parts. So I have 2.5. No, this is not 2. This is not 2.5. So this is 3.5. -2. There we go. That took me forever. That took me forever to get that. Next. That has to be 1. That has to be 4. Okay, this is tough. 2. Oh, that's not good. -2. Oh, very good. What's 6 divided by 1.5? 4. No, it can't be 4 too. I am so dumb. It's -1. Let me just make sure. This is 1.5. I'm so bad with math. I think it's -1. Yay, got it. Okay, it has to be -3. I like 1 deck. That's 1.5, so 2. Okay, -1. There we go. This has to be 2.5. 2.5 divided by 2. Ooh, it's 4. 11 divided by 2.5. Let's go with that. -5. It's close enough. Close enough. Really? So it was 2. It was 2, not 2.5. Okay. So I'm guessing that's like 2. So -1. -3. See, this is the part where I have to rack my brain for like 3 minutes. Okay, let's see. That's 2.5. So 6 divided 6 minus 2.5. Ugh. 3.5. 10 divided by -10 divided by 3.5 is 2. Because 3 would be 10.5, so it's -2. Got it. 1. No, it's +1. 0. Ugh. That looked like 3, but it also could be 2.5. Let's go with 2.5. Yes, we got it. Now that's closer to 3. Got it. 1.5. 1.5 divided by -8. That would be 6. 3 -3. So far. Juwon's being bad at games, so I'm going. What do you mean? I'm 1 mistake so far. Only 1 mistake. Has to be -2. Okay, at least I know we're doing okay there. Okay. We're getting there. It's almost time. Oh, this is it. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Random Burp. Thank you, Meso. Thank you, Cha. Thank you, Hath, if you're still here. Thank you, Dio. Thank you, Foster Bennington. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Christoli. But I have to go. 하츠원, 하츠원, 뭐더래? 치.